YouTube family, you see what's going on. You see what it is. They're saying Munna, Carlos, and all the guys, they know what was going on as far as what happened. Now, there's a video that's already on YouTube. I'm not the one who uploaded it. I'm not the one who's helping 12, helping Dia. We know what you trolls like to say in the comment. This is public information that's already out there. We're just breaking it down. Okay, we're breaking it down. Now, what's going on in this video is two things. It's the vehicle that apparently got rid of Duck, and in that video, remember the famous Oblock video of King Von going down there to break bread with the crew and pay the money? Well, now, according to Boss Top's own word, that people allegedly saying those were some of the telling words, but that's now giving a whole new highlight situation. Is now showing that court paperwork document. We're gonna play that too and all that. Y'all hit that like button and notification bell as we break down this video of the reward money that they got. Shout out to the YouTuber Grind Mode Entertainment too for this information. Salute,
in the room
gang.
as well. Like, it weren't just Mr. Offered who got a cut of the money. Zell got a chunk of the money as well, and he also got an Oblock chain. Check this footage out. It's after they just split the money up in the house for the hit. And also check out the Ford Fusion that they're all sitting on. They're a bit bait if you ask me. And also this footage went missing, but listen to what Boss Top says about Duck.
Here we go, y'all. Look at the money that they got allegedly.
It went missing, but listen to what Boss Top says about Duck.
I don't know. Now, let me get this out this way. I don't know if it's true or not. This is what it is, but this is what all of you guys sent to us. All of you guys been saying for the longest, all the YouTubers. We're just doing our journalistic duties to break it down. There ain't nobody giving a drop. Oh, you dry snitching. Bro, this shit got like 1 million views, bro. Different YouTubers till I count like 30 something already got it up. Now, what I'm doing is a discernment. This is allegedly. Everybody gets videos. Now, you guys can get mad at me, but they're in court saying that to Carlos and them, you feel me, and Los Mona, there's statements was being made and acknowledged being seen in the car. You can see the car right here in that video. You see Boss Stop in. I'm gonna rewind it before we get to the car part, and I want y'all to look at the money part as far as what was paid allegedly after FBG Duck lost his life in Chicago Gold Coast area while shopping in line. Pay attention and look. Now you can clearly see here the money that they allegedly got. Now, to be fair, Oblock heroes are superstars in their neighborhood. They give back. These are not some of the dudes you need to be being extra. Oh, do they give back to their communities? Yes, they give hella back to their communities. It could be anything with the income, but at the same time, people are saying because of the vehicle that was just used on the drill of, you feel me, the STL EBT FBG Duck, it's to the point that I gotta make you guys listen to the audio of the co-defendant Los Munna bond court hearing. Just listen to the leak of it and what they're saying about Duck and these guys in this video here, and tell me if this video don't match allegedly. Pay attention, gang.
Mr. Offered did in fact return the vehicle shortly after the murder on August 4th. So I submit that the evidence against Mr. Offered is substantial in this case. And so,
from the #1 rated brand in cordless.
Now, you just heard this man say what he said. I'm gonna rewind it a little bit and let the rest play, and I need y'all to pay attention.
Back returned the vehicle shortly after the murder on August 4th. So I submit that the evidence against Mr. Offered is substantial in this case. And so, coming to the history and characteristics of Mr. Offered, I want to turn to the pretrial bail report, and I'll start with Mr. Offered's address. Looking at page 2 of the report, as relayed to pretrial. I think this is really important, and this is gonna come up in the documents that I've tendered to the court and that I've tendered to Mr. Somerville. Well, Mr. Alford, government believes, has made statements to pretrial, the people who would supervise him if the court were to give him pretrial release in this case. He's made statements to them that are not true with respect to where he lives. Looking at page 2 of the report, first full paragraph, Mr. Alford maintained that he's a lifelong resident of this district and had lived at the address which is listed on page 1 of the report for the past 2 years. Mr. Alford's mother and sister told pretrial that wasn't true. He didn't live at that address and he lived somewhere else. The FBI, throughout the course of this investigation, received court-approved authorization to use investigative methods to figure out where Mr. Alford was in fact residing, and it was not this address that's listed on page 1 of the report. It's close to the address where he was arrested. I say close to the address where he was arrested because the FBI, again, through investigative methods, figured out which unit Mr. Alford was living in. And during the course of this arrest, which, with respect to Mr. Alford's arrest, spanned about 40 minutes to an hour, we're knocking on the door of that residence. Mr. Alford was not there. He was in a different residence, which was upstairs, away from that one. It did not come out easily. FBI, has reason to believe, turned off his phone while they were knocking on the door of that other residence, but ultimately figured out where he was. And again, relating to the address that Mr. Alford would say is where he lived, in page 2 of the report, I submitted documents to the court. I tendered them to Mr. Somerville. Let's just call them Exhibit 1 and 2. I'll refer to the one that is a Small Business Administration application, at least a small portion of it, as Exhibit 1, and a Bank of America statement as Exhibit 2. I think this is relevant to the question of Mr. Alford's history and characteristics, particularly with respect to where he's living, because if Your Honor were to look at Exhibit 1, there's an address listed on this application, which is neither the that he was a small business owner, that he had 7 employees, that he had a clothing and apparel business that grossed $73,000 in the past 12 months of the date of the application, which was June 24th of last year. And so if that's true, it's not something that he represented or told to pretrial about what his employment situation was, and the statements that he's been unemployed since 2019. Again, if the statements in this application are true, those statements in the pretrial or that he made the pretrial are not true. So either way, one of these things can't be true. I will proffer to the court, though, that Mr. Alford did, in fact, receive some money with respect to submitting this application. So if you look towards the bottom right-hand side of Exhibit 1, it says that there were losses due to the disaster in the amount of $8,000. If you flip over to Exhibit 2, the very first line, it appears that there was a deposit from the Treasury. It says SBAD, Small Business Administration, Treasury, in the amount of $7,000 on or about June 25th of last year. So again, I think this relates to Mr. Alford's character for truthfulness with respect to representations he has made to pretrial about where he lives, representations he's made on a loan application to the government. And I told you at the start that I was foreshadowing a bit with respect to the application for the car. If Mr. Alford's statements are true to pretrial, that he was unemployed or has been unemployed since 2019, those were not the statements that he made in the loan application in or about July 28th, 2020, which ultimately led to the dealership requesting that Mr. Alford return the vehicle to them. So all of those things go to Mr. Alford's character for truthfulness and whether he'd be a good candidate for pretrial release, reporting the...
Now, as you're watching this, they're literally breaking down as far as what was done, what was said, and they're saying Los Munna, basically the guy that turned the vehicle back in. You know what I'm saying? He literally went back to turn in the vehicle, which was brazy to me. I don't know why you would want to do that, but I understand. Folks and I'm just trying to make a way right now, but it's like, man, out of everything to do, that got y'all allegedly caught up. There's a lot of things to answer and a lot of things to understand. Now, when this thing is being shown in the light as it is, this YouTuber by the name of Grind More Entertainment too, I mean, I guess he's brave for not caring of, you know, giving certain drops. But let's go look at that video one more time before closing out.
All I know, don't say that shit about Troy or rest in peace, Duck. Okay, he's like, you got anything about FBG, Duck? You know what I'm saying? You know, don't say shit about Troy. That's it. Don't say shit about Troy. Get that guy over there. What don't ever, you know me. Come on, man, don't do that. Don't do that. You know I know that. Stop playing. Stop playing. Don't do that. Stop playing. Talk to somebody else with that. Okay? I know what the fuck. I know what's going on. Hear me? Period. I said don't say that shit about Troy. Okay?
Make sure you subscribe to IsmokeHiphop Live. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell. Come rock out with the most winningest team out here. IsmokeHiphop Live, ladies and gentlemen. Blessings. Look, to all these drill rappers out there, man, if this is the life you want to do and all that, all I'm going to always tell y'all, I can't preach so y'all don't want to listen, but here's the words that's going to matter for you to hear. At the end of my videos, I always say this, and it's also words for y'all. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed, gang. Salute.